If you own or lease a plug-in electric vehicle in Michigan, you're paying the gas tax equivalent of 21 to 42,000 miles per year. But according to the newspaper Bridge Michigan and the Anderson Consulting Group, you're not paying your fair share of the road taxes. Let's dive into this and see why this is completely wrong.
According to the article in the newspaper Bridge Michigan and based on a study by the Anderson Economic Group, Michigan missed out on an estimated $50 million in revenue between 2019 and 2021 due to electric vehicle use. We can't afford to have 25% of drivers avoiding the road tax paid by others. Later in the article, they do acknowledge that owners of EVs are required to pay an extra $140 fee atop of their normal vehicle registration fees in Michigan, with plug-in hybrid owners paying an extra $50.
Let's do the math on this. If I'm paying $140 a year for an electric vehicle registration to cover my road taxes, and then I divide that by what the Michigan gas tax would be, which is 16.6 cents per mile, so in dollars, 0.166 per gallon, and I do this math, 140 divided by 0.166, so I'm paying the equivalent of 843 gallons. 843 gallons. Now let's assume the average fuel economy is 25 miles per gallon. So if I multiply these two out, 843, I'm going to keep the old number, times 25 is 21,084. So this is greater than the equivalent of 21,000 miles. Now tell me that EV drivers are not paying their fair share. On top of that, a lot of EV drivers are all about the economy. So let's say you drive a Prius or some other hybrid that gets 50 miles to the gallon, you're paying the equivalent of 42,000 miles per year. We're not paying our fair share of the gas taxes? Are you kidding me?
If you look at the Michigan Motor Vehicle Code and how registration fees are calculated, you can see the EV registration fee is intended to be an alternative to the fuel tax. The code even has a provision of how that fee is adjusted based on the future gas taxes. By the way, I specifically left out the federal gas tax since we're only talking about alleged Michigan lost revenues. This then begs the question, who exactly is the County Road Association of Michigan, and why are they trying to squeeze more funds out of EV drivers than EV drivers are actually driving?
We all want to drive on good roads and we want to pay our fair share, but this is not the way to do it. What's a more fair way? Maybe by miles traveled, including the weight of the vehicle that actually does damage to the road. I don't know either, but this isn't it. What's the right way to do this? Put your ideas in the comments below and let's talk about it. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.